Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. We're jumping into one of the most powerful features of Spring Data JPA. Finding records by custom fields, using just method names. No SQL. No JPQL. Let's start with a common scenario. Imagine you have a query like this in SQL. So here we're trying to retrieve all the details for an employee, but specifically, we want to find them based on their employee_name. Now the big question is, how do we translate this exact filtering logic into our Spring Data JPA code, without writing raw SQL? And here's the absolute best part, we don't write any SQL, we don't write any JPQL, just method names. Yes, you heard that right. Spring Data JPA is so smart, it figures out the SQL just by how you name your methods. But wait a minute, you might be thinking, how will JPA understand what we want to fetch, or which column to filter by, just from a method name? That's an excellent question. And the answer lies in Spring Data JPA's intelligent naming conventions. This is where the real magic happens, and trust me, once you see it, you'll realize it's super easy and incredibly powerful. Let me break it down for you. When you're thinking, I just want to select all the data, or essentially perform that select asterisk operation from a table, your Spring Data JPA method will always begin with one simple word, find. Think of it like this. Select in SQL directly translates to find in Spring Data JPA. As you can see right here on the slide, it's our starting point, the foundation of every query method we build. It's telling JPA, hey, go find me some data. Now, once you've got your find, what if you don't want all the data? What if you want to filter it, just like we did with our employee_name example? That's where you add by right after find. This by keyword is Spring's little signal that says, okay, I'm about to add a where clause. So, effectively, up to this point, you've created a method that conceptually looks like FindBy. This tells Spring, I want to find something by some criteria. Simple, right? And finally, to complete our query method, we add the exact name of the field from your entity class that you want to filter by. Remember our SQL example where we filtered by employee_name? In our Java employee entity, that field is typically named employee name, following standard camel case conventions. So, you just append employee name to FindBy. Putting it all together, the method becomes FindBy employee name. See? Spring Data JPA uses this camel case field name directly to understand which column in your database table to apply the condition on. It's incredibly intuitive once you see the pattern. Awesome. See how that all came together. Our method name is now perfectly crafted, FindBy employee name. This is literally all Spring Data JPA needs to know to build that select asterisk from employee where employee_name equals question mark query behind the scenes. But there's one crucial piece missing, right? How do we pass the actual value for filtering, like Rahul Kumar in our earlier example? We can't hardcode it into the method name. Simple, you just add it as a method parameter. Since we're filtering by an employee's name, we'll naturally pass that as a string parameter to our method. Just like this. Now a common question is, what does this method actually return? Alright guys, think about it. When we search by employee name, are we expecting just one employee? Nope. What if there are 5 people with the same name? Exactly, we want all matching employees back. That's why our method should return a list of employee. And the best part? Spring Data JPA does all the heavy lifting for us. It automatically converts each record into an employee object, and then neatly collects them all into a list. No manual mapping, no extra code, just pure magic from Spring JPA. Awesome. Now that we understand how to write method names in the repository, let's jump into some coding. Remember, we want to select employees by employee name. So based on what we just discussed, let's write that method. The method name is FindBy employee name because we're filtering by that field. It takes employee name as a parameter. And it returns a list of employee, since there can be multiple matches. Awesome, it's done. We just created our select by employee name query using Spring Data JPA, so clean and effortless. Now, let's quickly spin up a controller to test this out. I'll create a new controller class. Name it Demo JPA Controller. Alright, first things first, let's inject our employee JPA repository into the controller. We'll do this using constructor injection. Follow along. Alright, now that we've injected our repository, let's create a REST API to call FindBy employee name. We'll use a simple @getMapping endpoint and take employee name as a request parameter. Follow my screen. Perfect. Now inside our API method, we simply call the JPA repository method and return the result. That's it. Here, we're not doing any DTO conversion in this video, we're focusing purely on Spring Data JPA features. If you want, you can use DTOs in a real project, but for now, this keeps it simple and easy to follow. Start the application. Hit this API. I'm going to fetch all employees whose name is Rahul Kumar. See that? We got 2 employees named Rahul Kumar. Spring Data JPA automatically fetched both records and returned them as a list of employee objects. No SQL, no extra code, just our method name doing all the work. Alright, check this out on my screen. See the SQL query highlighted in the logs? Even though we didn't write any SQL manually, Spring Data JPA automatically generated it for us based on our method name FindBy employee name. Alright guys, that's it for this video. We successfully fetched employees by name using Spring Data JPA, clean, simple, and powerful. If you enjoyed this hands-on coding session, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. In the next video, we'll continue and explore more advanced queries and filtering. Stay tuned.